getting to the root of what causes you to react a certain way, feel a certain way, do a certain thing, that's the ticket. Happy Self Love Sunday, ladies. I hope you're doing well. I hope that your journeys are going well. I'm coming to you yet on another exhausting Sunday morning. And I know you're like, this girl is always tired. Hey, listen, it's never without good reason. So, yesterday I celebrated my birthday. As well as Friday was my daughter's 21st birthday, and we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about how time flies and how that I end up with the next to youngest girl being 21. I'm like, I don't know how I got here, but anyway, I digress. And I don't know about you, but right before my birthday, I'm usually contemplating on what's going on with me, what's next for me, what am I gonna do next, right? As far as growth is concerned, I know that I am not who I used to be, but yet I'm not totally where I want to be, I guess. You know what I mean? In terms of my growth and my healing. So I'm always on this journey of shedding the old and growing into the new or next phase of who I'm going to be in this life. And for me, what's really a big thing is walking in my purpose and continuing to grow in that realm, right? So along this time frame of going through that, I go through these things of feeling stuck and feeling like I just can't figure it out because type A personality over here. Hello, I have to figure it out and have to figure it out yesterday. I don't have no. We talked about this last week about my patience, so I have to figure it out yesterday, right? So I realized in that I needed to get back to the basics of, what I do when I feel that way. And it's really about being, right? So I went back to doing my sleep meditations as well as my meditation in the morning because I kind of fell off from that. And that does happen along your journey of growth. You will find that there will be some practices that you'll get into and then you'll kind of fall off from, like exercise. We're not going to talk about that today because we're going to come back to that because, I've been on that journey too. I was on it, off it, it happens. It's between us. Don't worry about it. So, I'm back on this journey of meditating and getting back into me. And then what this is amazing because um I had some Reiki done and along what you here's the thing. Getting to the root of what causes you to react a certain way, feel a certain way, do a certain thing, that's the ticket. And it happened to me on my birthday. I was going through something and I had to reach out to my spiritual advisor. Sonia is more than a spiritual advisor. That's the professional, right? My spiritual advisor and coach, right? That's the professional part. She's way more than that. She is my heart center. We've been on a journey for a very long time. And this is the thing about having your soul tribe. There's some people who are going to be with you for the long haul. There are some that come and they drop off. And I'm hoping that people are starting to learn that people are entering your life through these seasons of growth for you. And not everyone's meant to stay on that journey. And you got to love them for what they brought for you when they were there and love them when they go. Right. So, but there are some people that stay and they go along this journey with you, and she's been one of them. And we talked about because I was feeling some anxiety, and I can have, for as strong as I am and for everything that I am and for everything that I've gone through, I've been knocked down more times than not. But each time I continue to get up, and every time that I get up I find that I am stronger. I've healed that trauma, whatever that was that knocked me down, and I'm wiser. And just like I said to you about people leaving your life, see, I'm never blaming. I'm always learning. I'm never losing, right? I'm always learning, and that's what people got to get. It's like when people come to your life and these things happen, it's like you want to blame everybody else for everything. Well, you're a contributor in that some way, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, right? And we all contribute because it takes two. It takes two in all these relationship issues, and even parental issues. Even when I say parental issues, you as the parent to child, as well as you dealing with the childhood trauma that you went through with your parents, right? So it takes two to tango, meaning that now that you're grown, right? I'm not talking about when you're a child. When you're a child, there's nothing you can do about that. But now that you're grown, it is your job to deal and heal with your situation, right? So a lot of times people want to get out of these relationships or go through these things and they want to blame everybody else. That's not it. That's not it. And I'm not saying you blame yourself. That's not it either. It's getting to the root of the lesson that you had to learn in that situation. Getting to the root of that, growing from it, healing from it, and then taking that on with you so that when something presents itself the next time, you've got the lesson, right? Because I do believe that the universe keeps giving you the same things over and over again until you eventually learn that lesson, right? And then when you do, you go on your next level of growth. That's how I feel about things. But for me, I spent so many years faking it. So many years faking, because faking it till I make it, right? So many years faking it, faking how I felt, faking what I was going through, right? So, because people saw this strong being, and that's what they knew me as, right? Just somebody who was straight, just strong. And so my birthdays would come before, and I will always be like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And it would seem like I'm super happy and in this great place, and there was always something missing. There was always something missing. I couldn't even take it in. And it's so funny that yesterday I must have cried like 5 times, and my kids are like, "Why is she crying?" My daughter, who's the baby of the girl, she's like, "Oh, my mom is so soft now." She's crying. They came upstairs to give me my birthday gift, and I'm crying. You know, and then they took me to brunch, and I'm crying. I go out to dinner with my girlfriend, and she's to celebrate my birthday, and I'm crying, right? And then everybody's like, "What are these tears about?" The tears is about finally, for the first time, and I could kind of feel myself being emotional now. For the first time, it I was able to receive the love, the overwhelming amount of love that I got on my birthday. So many people have been doing that for so many years, and I was like, oh my God, yes, this person did this, my person, this person said that, and this person gave me that. But truthfully, I just really didn't feel that in my heart center. It's really hard to describe this, but I'm gonna try my best. It's like, there's something that's missing. There's something more. That there's something that's really that you need to really work on and heal. You know what I mean? And so because of that, you're blocked. I was really blocked, and for the first time yesterday, I was unblocked. All because I'm understanding that you got to get to the root of things, and you have to. And you know how sometimes, let's talk about getting to the root of something. Think about it, ladies. We have pluck our hairs and stuff like that. You ever pull something out from the root? It hurts, right? So getting to the root, yes, it was painful, but the feeling after you got to the root of something, and you've really started to heal from it, what that feels like, that openness, that freedom that brings is amazing. So yesterday I'm running around here, I'm crying all day on my birthday because I feel so much freer. And the reason I feel free is because this is what that self-love, loving yourself enough to take the time to get to the root, loving yourself enough to go through the fire and the pits of all of whatever that is, and really working on yourself diligently by doing your meditations, by reading, by working out, by being healthy, by reaching out to a life coach, right? Self-love coach, spiritual healer, right? Even if you need it, because I've had it too, therapist, right? Your soul tribe. It's like being brave enough, being vulnerable enough, being open enough to say, I have some shit, excuse my language, that I really want to heal because I want to free myself. I want to free myself from all this angst and anxiety, and free myself from faking it until I make it. I don't want to fake it till I make it no more. I want to feel it until I heal it. How about that? Because that's what I did. I suppressed my feelings. So it's but here's the thing, and this is what I'm saying to you today. It's a never-ending journey. So as I heal that thing and I grow from that thing, there's always going to be something else. But when that something else comes, because I've done my work, I recognize my triggers. Ooh, recognize what bothers me. And so when I recognize what bothers me, I'm able to work on it so that I'm able to respond and not react, right? Reaction is going off because I was good for that. Throwing my hands when I was younger because I didn't know how to express what was going on with me, right? So being able to respond is being able to have a conversation with someone in love, being able to have a conversation about something that you like have worked up in your head 15,000 times over and you think it's going to be this big blow up thing. But because you've worked on yourself enough, you learn to just take a breath and handle the situation. Have a conversation as an adult, right? And be able to respond and not be so reactive and blowing up all over the place. That's what the journey is about. Loving yourself enough to say, enough is enough. I want to feel better. I want to have better. I want to be better. I want to do better. And if you think that that starts with the relationship with a man or a woman, because men, I can talk to you today too, because I know I'm always with my ladies because they're my core group. But this is I hear this with men too. They always blaming the woman. Women don't understand this, and women do that, blaming everyone else. And it's like you spend so much time and energy blaming the other person. That's where you're putting all your energy instead of letting that go and really healing and working on you, regardless to what they did or didn't do or how you felt about that. If you start to heal on your stuff and you need to have a conversation, then that will happen, right? So it's like getting away from all of that, loving yourself enough to just say, I'm ready to go to the next level. Whoever is supposed to go with me, they will come with me. Whoever is supposed to not come with me, they will not come with me. But every single time I fall, I'm going to get back up stronger, wiser, more open, more vulnerable, because that's true strength, right? And I'm going to know in my heart that I'm never losing. I'm always learning, right? I'm never blaming and I'm not carrying around this shame and guilt anymore. I'm going to heal this and understand that I am human. I am human, so I'm going to walk through things and things are going to happen with me. And you know what? I shouldn't feel shame and guilt about my life lesson because I've learned that. And now that I've learned that, I'm going to my next level. And now that I'm at my next level, when something else comes and happens to me, I'm responding. I'm not reacting. I'm not blowing up. I'm human. And even if I do, how about this? And even if I do, I'm human. I'm going to learn. Okay, I was triggered and I didn't catch it. That's human. Then you caught it. Then you go work on it. You love yourself enough to do that. So let's get to the root. And if you want to, I am here. mosassfitness@gmail.com for life coaching. Even if it's a question, I always say that to people, right? Even if you just want to start with some dialogue and just have some questions on, what it is that I do and how do I do it and how did I come to this awakening? That's one of the reasons why wanted to be a life coach is self-love coach is because I knew what it took to get to this journey. I knew the pain, the angst, and all I ever really wanted was somebody just to hold my hand and help me through it. Right. So I hope that I can do the same for you. I am Moe Sass Fitness LLC on Facebook and Instagram as well. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your Sunday. I'm not going to lie, I'm going back to bed. Okay. I'll talk to you next Sunday.